Welcome to today's GPC organized presentation on UK REACH, how to comply as non-GB manufacturer. Hello, I am Mrs. Priyanka Manapure representing Global Product Compliance Group, and I am connecting with you from the Nagpur office. I'll be taking this topic of UK REACH further with you all. So let's have a look into the key outlines of today's discussion. We'll check what were the key events of Brexit from 2020, and then we will start with the topic of UK REACH. We will discuss about what are the aims and objectives of UK REACH, what is the role of OR in UK REACH compliance, and how to comply as a non-GB manufacturer. So specifically, we will be discussing in details about the doing process and the new registrations. We will also talk about tonnage band specific deadlines, substance groups, and joint registrations. We will also have a discussion on data sharing and the LOA cost, HSE fees and charges. And finally, we have some take-home messages for you. So let's begin with the key events of Brexit from 2020. As everyone is aware, Brexit ever since 2016 had been the withdrawal of the United Kingdom from the European Union. So last year on 31st January 2020, UK formally left the EU and it went into a transition period until the end of 31st December. It was during this time, during this transition period, that a series of negotiations were initiated between the UK and the EU, and they finally came to an end on 24th December last year. So the outcome of negotiations was an agreement and a deal. With this, from 1st January 2021, UK REACH has now come into force, and the UK REACH and EU REACH are now operating independently from each other. This means that the UK REACH will now regulate the access of substances and the chemicals to the GB market, which includes the England, Scotland, and Wales. So let's begin with our discussion on UK REACH now. As everyone is aware, the EU REACH regulation is the basis of UK REACH. It has been brought into the UK law under the European Withdrawal Act of 2018, and its key principles are retained. So some necessary changes have been made for it so that it can be made operable in the domestic context. This new regime, which is now operable from 1st January in the Great Britain, is called the UK REACH. So all those companies who want to supply and purchase substances or mixtures or articles to and from the European Economic Area, EU, Northern Ireland, and Great Britain, they will have to make sure that they meet the relevant duties in both pieces of legislation, that is under both UK REACH and EU REACH. Let's have a discussion on Northern Ireland. We have received a lot of queries about what is the regulation for Northern Ireland. So it has been made very clear by the authorities that under the Northern Ireland Protocol, EU REACH regulation will still continue to apply to it. This is because Northern Ireland, though it is a part of the UK customs territory, but it will remain a part of the EU regulatory system for chemicals, so that it will allow frictionless movement of goods within the island of Ireland. Let's look into the aims and principles of UK REACH. The aims and objectives of EU REACH have been retained in UK REACH, and this means that the no data, no market principle, the last resort principle on animal testing, that is the use of vertebrate animals for the purpose of testing of chemicals, it would be considered as the last resort, access to information for workers, and the precautionary principle. These all have been retained in UK REACH. Let's have a look into the UK REACH authority. Just like we are aware about the European Chemical Agency who looks after the governance and the regulation of chemicals that are being exported into the EU market. Very similar role will be played by the Health and Safety Executive in UK REACH. So it is the HSE is basically the agency which will act as the lead UK regulatory enforcing authority, and it will work all together with the Department of Environment, Food and Rural Affairs, that is DEFRA. It is this new regulatory framework that will enable the registration of new chemicals through the UK REACH IT system, that is comply with UK REACH. So who are the duty holders for UK REACH? These include manufacturers, importers, downstream users, and obviously the Great Britain based only representatives. UK REACH regulation has clearly provided the definition of these duty holders for compliance. Sorry, for compliance. So manufacturers are basically the GB ones or the non-GB entities that produce the chemicals. They are involved in chemical synthesis. So they do have an obligation for registration in UK REACH. Importers are basically the ones that are bringing the chemical substance from outside of the Great Britain into the GB. So even they do have the obligations for UK REACH regulation. Downstream users. Downstream users are basically the companies or individual workers who directly handle chemical substances in the course of their business activities, but they are not themselves a manufacturer or the importer. So even they hold the obligations for UK REACH registrations. And for the GB based only representatives, a clear definition has been provided by the UK REACH regulation. So under the Article 8 of UK REACH regulation, it has been stated that any non-GB manufacturer, formulator, or producer of articles and chemicals, they can appoint a GB based only representative to fulfill their obligations of the GB based importers. For this, the OR has to be a Great Britain based natural or legal person who should be equipped with sufficient background in the practical handling of substances and the information that is related to them. These will be appointed by a mutual agreement with the non-GB, that is non-Great Britain based manufacturers, formulators or article producers, and the GB based ORs would be responsible for complying with the legal requirements for importers under UK REACH. So this is as per the Article 8 of UK REACH regulation that an OR appointment can be done for compliance in UK REACH. So let's now have a discussion on how to comply as a non-GB manufacturer. But before I begin with this discussion, there are two scenarios that need to be considered by you. The first scenario is that you should check if you had already registered your chemical which you are now interested in exporting into the GB market, whether it was registered in EU REACH previously. So there is a possibility that you have a valid EU REACH registration number. If so, the first scenario that is applicable to you, where you can perform downstream user import notification. The second scenario is the one where you had not registered the chemical substance in EU REACH and you want to place the chemical now for the first time into the GB market. So there are no transitional provisions, and for those chemical substances to be placed into the GB market, full registrations will have to be completed before they are placed in UK. So let's begin with our first discussion on guidance for notification for the Great Britain based downstream users or distributors under EU REACH. Before I discuss with this downstream user import notification, there's one thing that is made very clear by the Health and Safety Executive, that downstream user import notification is not a pre-registration process. In fact, the concept of pre-registration does not exist in UK REACH. So all those GB-based legal entities that are intending to import chemical substances into the GB market and in a tonnage band of more than 1 ton per year will be required to submit registrations to the agency for that particular substance on behalf of their non-GB based manufacturers. Downstream users and distributors under EU REACH are able to notify to the agency regarding the substances that they wish to continue importing into the GB from the EU. So with this, the notification can be done within 300 days from 1st January 2021. This means that the set deadline for downstream user import notification is 27th October 2021. And once a DOIN notification is complete from your end, it will be after that that you effectively get a transition provision of around 6 years that will depend on the tonnage band and the hazardous properties of the chemical to export your chemical into the GB market before you complete the full registration of the chemical. So these are the tonnage band specific deadlines. As I mentioned, 31st December 2020 was the end of the transition period, and from 1st January, UK REACH has come into force. The deadline which is currently ongoing for the non-GB manufacturers is for DOIN notification, which will end by 27th October this year. So within the deadline, the information for the EU REACH registered substances have to be submitted to the HSE, that is the agency. 2 years from 27th October 2021 is the deadline that is set for the registration, complete registration of the chemicals. And these will be specifically for those which will be exported into the GB market in a tonnage band of more than 1000 tons per annum. All those substances which fall in the CMR category and are being exported into the tonnage band of 1 ton per annum will also have to be registered within the set deadline, that is within 2 years only. And for those chemicals which are going in a tonnage band of more than 100 tons per annum and are toxic to the aquatic organisms, even those needs to be registered within 28th October 2023. All the chemicals that will fall in the candidate substance list, ICA candidate substance list, will also have to be registered within this date. 4 years from 27th October 2021 is the deadline set for the registration of chemicals that will be exported into the GB market in a tonnage band of 100 to 1000 tons per annum. And this will also include the chemicals that fall in the candidate substance list of HAC. And even though they are being exported in a tonnage band of 1 ton per annum, they will have an obligation to follow complete registration. 6 years from 27th October 2021 is the deadline set for the registration of chemicals that will be exported in a tonnage band of 1 to 100 tons per substance per annum. So who can apply for DOIN? GB-based legal entities that were importing substances and mixtures into the GB market from the European Union or from outside of the European Union, they can apply for DOIN. And in fact, the non-GB manufacturers, formulators, and article producers, they can also appoint a GB-based only representative to notify on behalf of their GB-based importers. So DOIN will be applicable only in that case when the chemicals had already been registered in EU REACH and you hold a valid EU REACH registration number. So once the non-GB manufacturer appoints a GB-based only representative, the GB-based only representative will take up the responsibility as a GB importer and it will notify about your intention to export into the GB market. So with this, the actual importers and the rest others in the supply chain will become the downstream users in GB. So what is the process of DOIN? As indicated to you, the set deadline for performing and notifying to the HSE about your intention to import the EU REACH registered substances is 27th October 2021. So this can be done by the non-GB manufacturers by appointing a GB-based only representative. It will be the responsibility of your GB based only representative to open an account on your behalf in the comply with UK REACH. So the picture that is shown on the screen is for the government gateway. It is the Reach IT, UK Reach IT system through which your GB based only representative will create an account for you, and it will fill in the necessary details on your behalf. At this point, once the preliminary information is shared by your GB based OR to the HSE, a UK Reach DUIN number will be issued to you as the non-GB manufacturer. So one important point to note here is that DUIN can be done only once per legal entity, and it will cover all the EU REACH registered substances that you wish to continue exporting into the into the GB market. But submitting the DUIN number is not the only end. With that, some additional information has to be shared to the agency on that specific EU REACH registered substance, and that will include the specific name of the chemical, the CAS number, the EC number, its specific tonnage band in which it is to be exported, and SDS has also been mandated by the HSE to be submitted as the preliminary information to them. So some basic information has to be shared along with the notification to the agency. This information has to go to the agency within 300 days so that you get a transitional provision of up to say 6 years depending on the tonnage band and the hazard profile of the chemical, so that you can export your chemical into the GB market. But before the set deadline, depending on the tonnage band, you will also have to complete the full registration of the chemical. For completing the registration of the chemical, an Article 26 inquiry will have to be submitted, followed by the registration process. So I'll be talking about this Article 26 inquiry and completion of new registrations in the coming slides. But before that, I would like to take up this topic of guidance for new registrations under UK REACH. So this is the second scenario where you know that you don't have a valid EU REACH registration and you want to export the chemical for the first time into the GB market and in a tonnage band of 1 ton per year. So there are no transitional provisions set by the HSE, and in that case, the complete registration has to be done prior hand before the chemical is being exported into the GB market. In this case, registration will be per substance and per legal entity. For the mixtures, the HSE has indicated that they will not need any specific registration, but the individual ingredients and the individual components of those mixtures will have to be registered in UK REACH. So who can apply for new registrations? Any GB-based legal entity that is intending to manufacture or import that particular chemical into the GB market and in a tonnage band of 1 ton per year, say either from EU, European Economic Area, Northern Ireland, or or from, for that matter, from the rest of the world. In fact, the EU-based and the non-EU-based companies, those are intending to appoint a GB-based OR, can also take on the registration responsibilities of the GB-based importers. So let's now have a discussion on the Article 26 inquiry. The first step towards completion of full registration is submitting an inquiry as per Article 26 of UK REACH. So this inquiry submission process is completely similar to the inquiry submission that you all are aware about in EU REACH. This will include submission of preliminary information on the chemical, its analytical data, its purity details, its chemical specific details. So once this inquiry dossier is prepared, the dossier will be prepared in Euclid only, the same format which is used for EU REACH dossier preparation. Once those inquiry dossiers are prepared for the specific chemicals, those will be submitted to the agency via the UK REACH IT system, that is the Comply with UK REACH. And once this inquiry dossier is submitted, you also get a inquiry number. With this, your contact details will be shared with the existing registrants, grandfathered registrants, and other successful inquirers regarding that substance. So I'll be coming to what is substance group in the coming slides, where this point will be more clear to you. Following the submission of inquiry and its successful acceptance by the HSE, each legal entity will have to submit its own registration dossier. So in this case, even the registration dossier will have to be prepared in the Euclid format, and it will have to be submitted per legal entity. With that, you will get UK reach numbers for UK reach exports. So obviously for submitting new registrations, there would be appropriate authority fees and LOA fees that would be included for the completion of complete registrations, that is full registrations. Let's now have a discussion on the substance groups and the joint registrations. This substance group is exactly similar to that of SEEF of the EU REACH regulation. Just like the SEEF, the members of the SEEF that communicate between each other for the testing of chemicals and other internal communications on that continue between them for the specific chemicals. Just like that, the substance groups are the way by which the comply with UK REACH will organize the registrants, and these substance groups will be made up of multiple businesses that all want to submit registrations for the same substance. Once an inquiry is submitted or once a DOIN notification is submitted, the registrants of the same substance will be automatically matched and they will be put in the substance group. So there will be internal communications that will occur between the substance group to check who can take up the lead position and become the lead registrant. Once the lead registrant is appointed, it has to submit the joint registration dossier on behalf of all the group members. So the lead registrant will have to claim its role in the UK REACH IT system once the dossier is ready at its end for submission. Let's now discuss about the data sharing. Sharing the data that is needed to be submitted as a joint registration will be an important task for the substance groups. So the members in the substance group will have to check what is the publicly available data for that particular chemical, if there are any data gaps within the group, and whether any additional testing is needed for that particular chemical, what are the available studies, though it is these internal it is this as a part of the internal discussion that will ongo between the substance groups. A legal agreement or a letter of access will then formalize this data sharing agreement, and it will give the co-registrants and the new members access rights to the data to be used in the lead dossier for the purpose of completing their own registration. Let's have a look into the HSE fees and the charges. The UK REACH HSE fees is on the same lines, and it is for the same processes as that is being charged under EU REACH. The only difference between UK REACH and EU REACH fees is that UK REACH fees will be charged in GBP while EU REACH fees is charged in euros. And there is this average conversion rate from 2017 that has been applied to the UK REACH fees. So the SMEs are also as per the EU REACH regulation only. They are categorized into a large, medium-sized, small-sized, and micro-sized companies. The headcount details are exactly similar to that of EU REACH, and the turnover and balance sheet details are also similar. The only difference is for UK REACH, they have specified the details in GBP. And this table gives you an information about the authority fee, HSE fee for completing the registration of the chemical. The fees will be applicable depending on the tonnage band in which you want to register the chemical and the size of your company. Finally, we have some take-home messages for you. You should start identifying the substances that needs to be placed into the GB market in a tonnage band of more than 1 ton per annum, and this should be apart from the ones that you export into the EU market. You should also check if you had already registered the chemical in EU REACH. If yes, you are eligible for performing DOIN and completing the registration process. If the substance is not registered in EU REACH and it will be placed in the GB market for the first time, then as a first step, you'll have to submit the inquiry to the HSE and complete the registration before the chemical is being placed into the GB market. So this means that early submissions give you a possibility to be a part of the substance group. So you should prioritize substances for inquiry submission immediately after doing. You should also check if the substance specific SDS is updated or not. This is as per the substance classification that should be as per the new GB CLP regulation. You should also identify the competent OR who can take up the responsibility towards your UK REACH compliances. And you should be transparent to your OR and give complete information to avoid any non-compliance in UK REACH. GPC has already set up its GB-based legal entity in London, and we are already helping out our clients with their queries and compliances for UK REACH. So if you have any queries, you can contact us on the mentioned mail ID. Finally, you can also keep yourself updated on the latest updates of UK REACH by visiting our webpage www.gpcgateway.com. We would be glad to assist you on any of your regulatory requirements. Thank you very much. I hope you find my today's presentation helpful, and thank you for your attention. Thank you once again.